Run through the tape. In life, never give up. Run through the tape.
Welcome to the season's 11th hour, when some teams scramble, hoping to improve their position, and others fight desperately for their playoff lives. Inspired play has yielded the Pacers the final spot in the East, at least for now. To be a playoff lock, they simply must win their last 2 games, starting tonight against Washington. The Wizards are locked in at the 5th position and would like nothing more than to play the spoiler. The Western playoff picture is, well, fuzzy, but the Clippers seem collectively focused, playing perhaps their best ball of the season.
Griffin hammers it down.
They enter tonight's game with the Suns riding a 6-game winning streak and appear to be peaking at just the right time. Wizards-Pacers, Clippers-Suns, next.
John Wall and the Wizards locked in as the number 5 seed in the East, and tonight square off with the team that sent them home a year ago. For Paul George and the Pacers, the playoffs are within reach, but one misstep could cost them. And there's another game going on tonight. This one in Boston. The Celtics are in the playoffs. They are trailing the Toronto Raptors with Lou Williams at the line, now 22-16. Boston with a win would nail down the number 7 spot and a first-round date with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Time for TNT NBA tip-off presented by Auto Trader. Studio J in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, and the former NBA analyst and now reality star Kenny Smith.
See that look? No. That's the TV analyst look.
Is that blue?
This is the TV analyst look. This is the TV star look.
Is that blue steel? Is that like a Zoolander?
Yes. I'm officially moved over. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Charles is back, and that is not that is a look of surprise. No, that is his eyebrows are arched again.
Freshly waxed.
That's not a look of surprise.
Wow. Kenny, I don't care what Charles Barkley. He look like this all the time.
I don't care what y'all say. It's the playoff edition of my eyebrows.
Yeah,
it's very
underdog.
Similar
You know what
look.
to do.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. You know, Fridays, 9 p.m. on TBS.
Oh
my God.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's just.
Wait,
I got you.
I'm sorry, man. You want me?
I got you.
so let me ask you a question. What are you going to do when your show goes up against the NBA?
No,
They've already shot them all and taped them all.
Good.
I know, but it's going to go up against NBA action sometime.
Some people
get killed.
Some people rather not watch the NBA than watch me.
Like who?
Oh
my God.
Someone like this. At least one of the 4 of us would.
Y'all just like the Kardashians, aren't you?
Hey, you never know.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Hey, back to basketball. Here's what we know in the East with 2 nights left in the regular season. The Hawks are 1, the Cavs 2, the Wizards 5, and the Bucks 6. The rest will be sorted out over the next 27 hours or so. And so, Chicago-Toronto, who's going to be 3, who's going to be 4, that'll come down to Wednesday night. Indiana and Boston. Now, Boston, as I said, if they win tonight, they are the number 7 seed, or if Indiana loses, Boston will be the 7th seed. The Pacers, if they win their last 2, they're in. If they lose their last 2, they're out. If they split them and Brooklyn should lose to the Magic, then they would still be in. But boy, if you lose one of these games, Brooklyn with a date against the Magic at home could cruise into that number 8 spot. So let's talk about the Indiana Pacers, a team that at the end of January was 17-32. They were number 12 in the East at the All-Star break. They've gone 20-11 since that 17-32. What's gotten Indiana back on track?
C.J. Miles has played great for them. But I think you got to take your hat off. They got George Hill back. He's been well. But C.J. Miles, he's been the difference in the last 4 or 5 games. He's averaged over 20 points a game doing that spirit. But it really goes back to their mindset of Larry Bird and Coach Vogel, man, because they could have packed it in. And I think they had that little elephant in the room about Paul George coming back. He's back now. This team could be dangerous because, you get an all-star back. Going into the playoffs, if they can make the playoffs, they could be a dangerous team.
Yeah, I agree with Chuck. Definitely could be dangerous. I'm not sure Paul is, what we expected him to be. Expect him to be next year or even in his rest of his career, or has been. But also another guy who's really done great for them is Rodney Stuckey. He during that long period of time, he was a mainstay on the offensive end, able to get into the lane, able to make plays happen. So Rodney Stuckey, C.J. Miles have come in and stepped up tremendously for the Indiana Pacers.
Basically, they're playing playoff games before the playoff starts these next 2 nights. They got to go to Memphis on Wednesday.
Yes, and I was just getting ready to say that. Are they playoff ready? Because, these next 2 games, they have to dig into their playoff tank, and these are must-win games. Do they have enough muster? Do they have enough get-go to go out there and, play that style of basketball? We shall see.
Hey, you were big in the Wizards' corner last year, Chuck.
Yeah, not this year, though.
Yeah.
They've regressed this year. Gortat and Nene were guys. Well, first of all, the big thing is Bradley Beal. I think Bradley Beal is going to be with Klay Thompson and James Harden in the next couple years the best 2 guards. He's been out and been inconsistent all year. This guy's got the most beautiful jump shot you ever want to see. But he's been out all year. I mean, obviously he's picking it up now, but that's the main thing. But also, Gortat and Nene have not played well all year.
They're going to get either the Bulls or the Raptors in the first round. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, I think the Bulls are prime right now. Obviously, forget the stats what Derrick Rose has, is how does he look on the offensive end fluidly, body movements. And his body movements look great. His ability to get to the rim, maybe not to finish all the time, his ability to get on the break and make a 4-on-2, a 3-on-2 or 4-on-2 break. Those are the type of things I was looking for. I saw that. The Chicago Bulls, I really still believe, will be the team to beat when the playoffs start in the East.
So you don't see Washington beating Chicago. You see them, they were swept by the Raptors 3-0 in the regular season.
I have to disagree with Kenny. They are not playing well, but, going into the playoffs, you prepare for certain guys how they're playing. And, these guys, we know they have the ability to step up. And, we all know it just takes 1 game, 2 games, 3 games to get that momentum. Bradley Beal hasn't been shooting the ball well, but Kenny, as a shooter, all it takes is 1 or 2 games to get your rhythm back. And then, going up against a team like Chicago, all you need to do is just win at their place once or twice. So I have to disagree with you. I think Washington can still do it.
Not hard.
Just once or twice, like there's nothing to it.
Once or twice.
That's talking like a true champion.
Chuck ain't do it.
Want to give us the look one more time?
Charles Barkley.
That's ugly. That's what it's called, ugly.
And I don't know, and with your thing, I don't know if you're mad or you're uncertain.
Oh, my God. Are those tattooed in?
Yeah, they are.
Y'all haters.
He got tattooed.
Yeah, he got
tattooed in, man.
There's no hiding
Beijing on his eyebrows, Kenny.
He got Beijing on his eyebrows.
He got that spray.
Y'all haters, man. Y'all haters.
We realists. Reality TV here.
Log on to NBA.com/drive and register to play the Auto Trader Drive to the Finals fantasy game.
I'm winning it again.
$25,000 toward the purchase of a new car listed on Autotrader.com. Charles, didn't you win it last year?
I did win it last year, so let me get my acceptance speech ready again. I like the new logo, Auto Trader.
Yeah,
I do. I like it.
Me and Chico winning this year.
Wizards and Pacers. Marv Albert, Brent Barry, Rachel Nichols have it covered. We'll be back with the Brow, Kenny, and Shaq later.
The Brow.